Hello, my lovelies. Barbara here with another tarot reading for the week ahead. It's Monday, the 3rd of February, 2025. We are now in February. We are nearer spring than we are winter because we had Imbolc on the 1st. So moving forward, that's what we really, really like. So I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I was teaching tarot again at the weekend. Wonderful, wonderful student. Absolutely loved it. So I hope you had a great weekend too. Anyway, let's get on with your reading. So, looking well I did with a box. There we go. We've got the Good Tarot this week. I like this deck. It's very delicate, so you won't necessarily see all the pictures very well. But obviously at the end, I'll do the video of the individual pictures. So, 5 cards this week. And we have, look at this, the 7 of Fire. So, the 7 of Wands. Just look at the artwork. They're quite shiny, so you can see the reflection of my window on there. So look at this wonderful unicorn. A unicorn's all about magic. It's about healing. It's about purity. And of course, the 7 is all about a little bit about confusion, having lots of options and things like this. Now, I'll go back to a Rider-Waite. If you think about a Rider-Waite, there's a guy standing on the edge of a cliff, like keeping his own, holding his own sort of thing against all these other wands coming at him. Now, how they've depicted it here, so you look at this unicorn, now think very carefully. If he was standing on this rock here, he wouldn't be able to fit on there, would he? Because the rock is quite narrow up here. So he's like, in preparation, what shall I do? Now, bearing in mind that unicorns, one of the things they represent is transformation, surrounding him, and again, you won't be able to see this very clearly on the video, these are not just fireflies, they're dragonflies. And dragonflies, again, spiritually, actually represent transformation. So he's surrounded, and it's like, you need to change things. You know, we've got all this energy here ready to let you transform into the person you really want, taking that wonderful purity and actually increasing it and moving it forward, because all he has to do, or she, you know, female unicorn, needs to just jump down here, because just check it, yep, there's even some flames down here. So these dragonflies are completely surrounding this wonderful uniform. This is the week to think very carefully about the things that you need to let go of, perhaps that are taking up your time, that are controlling you too much because perhaps you're putting so much effort into it and things like that. And actually think, where do you want to go from here? So this is a very important thing. Now, bearing in mind, wands are all about, well, transformation themselves are all about transformation, but they're on about creativity, movement. Now, that could be physical movement or just movement in whatever you're doing at the moment, like thinking, oh, I must move forward in that project, for instance, things like that. So it is about that creativity of being able to move, to transform. And that's very important this week. We need to start thinking, we're still at the beginning of the year, but we are nearer to spring. And think what spring actually represents, all the bulbs coming up, all the new things coming in, the birds nesting, ready to produce young, all these different things. And this is the week to really start thinking about, what do I need to transform in my life to help me as a person move on? So the following card tells us how. We have the 2 of Air. So this would normally be the 2 of Swords. Now at the top here, she's got, and again, it's difficult for you to see, she's holding 2 birds. Now again, Rider-Waite, she's like that. She's holding the 2 swords. Here, the swords are depicted as birds, and you can't see it, but on top of those little birds are like little crowns, almost like spiritual crowns, not physical crowns. So this is a time where you need to think, do you know what? I'm old enough to sort this out myself. I know what I need to sort out within my life. And it's a case of actually putting that into practice. But this is the week, once you've decided of what you want to transform, is sit there and think about it carefully. Think about it logically. This isn't a time to work with your heart so much. Think about the practicalities of things. Right, can I actually do this at this time? Or do I need to release this over here to enable me to do that time? So it's almost like preparation to actually encompass that wonderful transformation that are literally on the cards. She, in turn, she's actually standing. Oh, do you know what? It's almost like she's growing from the earth, even though it's an air sign, and that will make sense later on. But she or he, I'm not quite sure, it doesn't matter anyway. But there she is. It's almost like the dance of life. Yes, I'm going to do this. So, thinking about it very, very carefully, this is what comes up. I love the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Air, because although in a lot of cards it's depicted as something pretty grim, it's not. It's telling you that's it. It's over. All the rubbish, all the, and I'm going to say crap, that's from your past that you've been dealing with, it's finished. Dawn is breaking. And in this case, and it's so beautiful in this deck, she is surrounded by white feathers. Now think, what does a white feather mean to you? I often bring this up when I teach, whether it's tarot or psychic development or anything. What does it mean to you? Because to every single person, it means something different. It can mean, oh, there's a loved one around, or the angels are around. I always look at it, if I see it, I think everything's fine. Look at, there are 10, I counted them. There are 10 feathers floating down. And she sees them. She actually sees them. She knows. And it's almost like, wow, if you sit down and really think carefully of how you can make that transformation happen, it's like, oh, I get it now. I can release those things that no longer help me, no longer guide me. It's a case of moving forward. Back to the wands again, isn't it? Back to that fire, that I can move forward within my life to whatever needs to be transformed. And again, a 10, if at 1 plus 0, I keep saying this, equals 1. I can transform. I can start something new. Even if it isn't something new, it's almost like, yeah, I can restart this. I know that spark is there. It's going to be wonderful. So, doing that, wonderful. 10 of Swords coming in, 10 of Air. Now, this might seem an odd card to follow. It's perfect. So we've got the Page of, they call it the Page of Earth. So the Page of Pentacles. We have another, this is a fairy, I would imagine. We have the strength of those stag horns coming up there. They're only small, but nevertheless. And if you see, he's got the pentacle there. So the coin ready to plant almost. The whole point is he's got that ready. So taking into consideration all these previous cards, particularly that 10 of Air, that 10 of Swords, it will enable you to feel really secure in what you do next. Going back to that 2 of Air, that consideration of what do I need to change? What do I need to transform? It all amalgamates to making you feel a little bit excited. It's technically a page. They do call it a page. It's a page. So it's that what you feel like when you're 12 years old, that excitement that you can do anything when you're 12 years old or 10 years old. I can go to Narnia, I can be an astronaut, I can do all these sorts of things. And that's always like that innocence, but also that excitement that, yeah, this new project, so we call this new project about myself, about things I want to do, can be done, but not jumping in both feet. It's a case of being, yeah, my feet are on the ground. I know the direction that I need to go now. I feel secure. I feel happy with my thoughts and my heart and everything. I am secure. I can move forward. So I wonder what the outcome of all that is. Couldn't have been better. The Ace of Fire, that illumination, that wonderful moment where, yes, if I take my time, I think about it carefully, let go of all that rubbish, transform, there's that wonderful Ace of Fire that can catapult you forward. Now, it's still about you need to control that situation. So you do actually, where's she gone? Where's she, he? That page. You still need to hold on to that page. You don't want to jump in with both feet, remember. You don't want to fan the flames. You don't want to run in too quick, but it's that excitement. Yeah, okay, I can do this now. Now, it's only an ace. You've got to look after that fire. You've got to make sure it's tended. It keeps being burning away, ready for you to take it forward, but not get out of control. Don't, just, oh, I'm going to put everything into this now, because you'll have burnout. Control, movement, excitement, that feeling of, yeah, I can do things now. I can try those things, one thing that I've always wanted to do. It's a beautiful, beautiful card. And I like the fact that they've sort of portrayed it as a lamp. Oh, and I've just noticed there's a little fairy on top guiding you. But it's like cheeky, oh, yes, I can give it a go. It's an exciting week by the end of the week, but you do need to sit down and really think about, what can you transform in your life? What can you let go that is no longer serving you, to enable you to move on with confidence? So have a fantastic week. I will see you next week. Have a great week yourself. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.